Welcome to Unity Life, Sacred Teachings and Mystery School.
Welcome to the 16 Keys Support Tool. These are valuable concept models. Like a prototype, a concept model is a work of art designed to help you clarify what is best or what is realistic. In 2017, I witnessed a series of incredible miracles. I saw a candle manifest out of thin air right before my eyes, as well as a lighter. The right half of my jade plant disintegrated into a shriveled, dry husk in about 3 seconds, and my ears and lips dramatically changed shape and size in the mirror, then changed back. In response to these life-changing events, I developed these models of how miracles would work out globally without conflict or destruction if this amazing potential of the nature of reality was freely released. For the 16 Keys YouTube version, I have combined these 4 keys into a single video, keys 2 to 5, the mental abilities keys. Please enjoy all 4 keys one at a time. Thanks. Hello and welcome to Key 2, Mind of Freedom. This key used to be called Mind of Supreme Insight and Total Authentic Free Will, but I had to shorten it. So this key is about intensive prophetic ability and strategic mastery, 2 abilities combined into one. The type of prophetic information that I'm talking about is at an extremely astronomically high volume of information, and it is guaranteed to clarify the real future events that will absolutely occur. So it's not that looping story that prophetic information will change the future, therefore it's not prophetic at all. But with this ability, one would easily observe prodigiously detailed future information, and focusing on a particular time period or moment or outcome would expand the information about it. Like looking into infinite eternity is technically impossible, but of course you can sum up infinity and sum up eternity gracefully. And again, this is a high volume of information that I'm talking about, not just the standard. The amount of information that the human mind supposedly processes from moment to moment, considering how we're expected to perform on tests and routines, is nothing compared to what I'm talking about. Now, strategic mastery, one would produce a wide range of options. Many strategic options are equal, and so people can express themselves creatively, express their unique essence by choosing what they would think is best of the options. The options would, of course, only be what would be attainable as a strategy to use and succeed with. And this would not just be any success, but the highest quality possible of success. In order to actually grasp strategy in terms of not only ethics, but principles of success, I recommend my card set, this All Ages and Abilities Permaculture Principles set, which contains 64 principles, which are actually all strategies. And these are the strategies of nature. So this is giving you an idea of what nature, aka God, actually uses normally as a strategy, which can be kind of blanket statement applied to just about anything, and it will help. It will usually be a good strategy, and it's a great starter point to understanding the kind of idea that I'm talking about in terms of strategy. The previous title of this key includes total authentic free will, referring to universal free will, whether it's realized or not, whether the person knows that or not. And this is the will to succeed. If somebody actually thought that they wanted a false, illusory construct of so-called success, which was not really a success at all, then in their hearts they have wanted something greater than that, something which they could not articulate in their mind, and that was their will, their true will, as I put it. So I'm talking about true, authentic free will. That would be the supreme insight, the combination of prophecy and strategy. With prophecy, of course, strategy is incredibly accelerated. The future is more accurately called the present future. The relevance of the past and future really are unified, not separate. Any prophetic wisdom is firmly grounded in the now. So I hope that you've enjoyed Key 2, and feel free, please, to comment here and let me know if you have any argument with these thoughts. Thank you.
Welcome to Unity Life, Sacred Teachings and Mystery School.
Hi, welcome to Key 3, Mind of Wisdom. For aesthetic reasons, this title has been shortened from a longer previous version, which was Mind of Unlimited Wisdom Knowledge and Literal Sensory Perception. Now, wisdom knowledge is a cool term. It's basically just a combination of wisdom and knowledge, because not all knowledge is wisdom. So the ordering of information, how it is organized and designed, is wisdom knowledge. So this key, it's a concept model of just unlimited, free functioning genetic ability of the mind, of awareness, of not only the inner world, not only the material of the senses, but also the outer world. And the level of detail and the incredible amount of information that one can know of the world outside is absolutely amazing, to the quality level as if it were their own inner experience. For example, knowing the color of somebody's socks, which they are wearing in China, whereas right now I would know their sock color just as well as I know my own sock color in this room. I know it by looking at it. I know it because it's my inner space that I have put on that sock, and I know that sock from today. The amount of information able to be immediately and gracefully and easily registered mentally is absolutely astronomical in this concept model here. This is much greater than most people are used to considering normal, and to be totally honest with you, I really think that's what is necessary in order for our world to evolve the way that it needs to. So, as I said, the title is called Wisdom Knowledge because of the importance of Key 2 as the method of formulation which designs the thought process into the most ethical and strategically optimized layout. Ultimately, I've decided that it might be beneficial to combine all these keys together of the abilities of mind, because they should not be really separated. They all do work as one. This key, what I'm really talking about ultimately, is about, on the deepest level of truth, recognizing absolute truth. This really, what I'm talking about is an incredible level of mastery to this perceptual ability to recognize knowledge. Now, in this world, there are definitely a lot of people exploring this kind of activity of the mind, and there are schools dedicated to it, the School of Intuition. There's intuitives, psychics, and many different genres of people who explore the idea of being like an oracle. I would have to say that what it looks like to me is that this functioning of the DNA, which produces brain functioning to recognize knowledge, really seems to be oppressed by some kind of oppressive force, or bound by some kind of illusory construct which holds it back from its fullest expression. And I feel that this is the freedom of the genetic functioning in order that which we need for people to be able to thrive with knowledge. So I hope that you found this interesting, and of course leave your feedback. You're very welcome to comment. I hope that people will comment with their ideas. Have a nice day.
Welcome to Unity Life, Sacred Teachings and Mystery School.
Hello and welcome to Key 4, Mind of Absolute Peace, Clarity and Perfection, or the shortened version, Mind of Peace. This key involves unlimited free thinking ability. or unbound creative mental pathways. So you sometimes hear the term thought police. For example, somebody at work might be doing their best to think positive about their boss because they feel that if they think positive, they will get better results with their boss. So they have actually been stopped from thinking anything critical about their boss. Therefore, their thoughts have not been free. That is just one example. Perhaps there's a lot more to it actually about the restriction of thoughts or the censorship of thoughts or just the oppression of brain functioning in general. And free thinking, in my opinion, is the definition of sanity. This title uses the term absolute peace, and as we see in cultures of peace, they tend to demonstrate that peace using certain practices, such as celebration, something that would never happen when you were at war, or also communication, public discourse. Now, mentally and internally inside of the mind, celebration can happen in a peaceful way, which is calm. It can also happen in the mind, in this concept model, that you would be internally, mentally communicating and having social public discourse with others without speaking openly. Also, you would be researching and studying. So that is formulating the information that you've learned through research and demonstrating serenity through taking the time for yoga and meditation. These things are examples of the culture of peace and the mind of peace. And all of this would be going on amidst a fully integrated diversity of healthy emotions. With a mind of peace, nothing goes overlooked. Peace is not attained through ignorance, of course. So this has nothing to do with separating out information. What this is the ability to function mentally and emotionally in a way which, through properly processing the information, you're still at peace despite it. A person who has this key fully established would be finding that yoga and meditation are very easy to do because the mind-body connection is radiantly authentic and whole. Already with keys 1 and 2, the whole entire notion of a disease or illness of the mind is already abolished. Key 3 is the practical empowerment, which actually supports this form of peace. As I mentioned, it's not through ignorance and separation mentality that peace is gained, but through integration and wholeness, practices of unity consciousness in the mind. And in the next key, key 5, we're also going to look at the mirth and wonder of entertaining oneself within. This key is primarily just about the peace which you would think of as sanity, health and well-being, clarity. The clarity that I'm talking here about means that no further potential evolution of perspective could possibly outmode any present perceptual choice. And the choice to perceive something in one way or another is an artistic decision, like how you frame things and how you emphasize your perception to fall upon one aspect of something or another. So your choice of how you perceive is so evolved and so high quality and perfect for you individually, as well as, of course, harmonious with the collective and, of course, true to truth. So I hope that you found this interesting, and of course leave your feedback. You're very welcome to comment. I hope that people will comment with their ideas. Have a nice day.
Welcome to Unity Life, Sacred Teachings and Mystery School.
Welcome to the final mental abilities key, key 5, mind of vision. This key title was shortened for aesthetic reasons. It used to be called Mind of Ultimate Mastery regarding visionary imagery as art. This key refers to an incredibly wide range based on vital practicality factors of ability to see visions at will, from featherlight to heavily detailed 3D realistic imagery of masterful artistic quality and special effects without the use of any substances such as psychedelics. The visionary mental imagery would be combined with feelings, thoughts, physical adjustments, and perceptual evolution. Sleeping dreams would also be happening at the same incredible level. Of course, this would never be distracting, and when combined with the other keys, it makes a lot more sense. Similar to a dream interpretation, the meaning of the imagery would be well assessed immediately at the current ability of perception when the vision is taking place. Yet also, there would be long-term deepening of interpretation of the visions over the years. This kind of ability of mind would not actually replace psychedelic plant medicine. Psychedelic plant medicine is based on a uniquely valid plant-human relationship between the plants and the people, which cannot possibly be replaced. It is relationship-based. Key 3 already provides enough information about basic photographic or information spectrums about the outer world. So Key 5 is not normally necessary in order to gain wisdom knowledge of the world. Instead, it would be used in a style of creative arts to deepen insight or creative mastery. It would be absolutely like art, like great visionary art, rather than something photographically realistic necessarily. Art can also offer a lot of additional details of information, much greater than photographic imagery, and there's a lot of beautiful examples of how that works, just through color, geometry, all different kinds of effects. Mastery, generally speaking, is experienced as the primordial awareness within, or the inner self. It is the withinfinite, and people have all different kinds of terms for it. One example of how this would commonly play out is just pretty much a standard everyday norm to see auras, to be able to see the subtle lights around the body, colors, for descriptive enhancement of the perception of the body and the mind and emotions and many depths of the people that you see in person or on TV, in pictures, whatever. Also, when the darker hours come in the evening and nighttime, it would be common to see heavier, deeper renderings of imagery. Of course, nobody would want to be too distracted, so that's just the general pattern that people would, when they're comfortable closing their eyes and resting in meditation, they would see powerful visions, and when they're reading or doing something else, of course, they would just see very little. I just want to thank you so much for taking the time to absorb these concept models about the mind. These are 4 very related concept models which I've decided to blend together. I hope that this has been inspiring, and I would love to know your thoughts. Please definitely feel more than welcome to comment, share your feelings and thoughts about this, and let me know if you see anywhere that I could possibly improve this concept model. Thank you.